Hey everybody, this is Anderson de Prado again, and yes, I am the same person from the video before, the first part of this book review. I just shaved and I took a nice shower. It's Saturday after all. I'm joking, but I'm super excited to go to do another video for everybody and kind of talk about what I've been reading in the book by Russell Brunson, the Expert Secrets book. This is the one I'm talking about. There should be a link in somewhere around this video where you can get a free copy. All you have to do is cover shipping and handling. I make zero money when you get the book, okay? So I'm recommending this because I really believe that this stuff is gold, and you should really get it, okay? You pay shipping and handling, that's it, and get the book, all right? And if you missed yesterday's video when I was talking about the mass movement and things like that, there should be a link somewhere in here. Yeah, somewhere. So, okay, so just to do a quick recap, and let me see if I can do this the right way. Let me go back here. I got the, what is it called? I got like a preview version in PDF of the book. Let me see how I can change this thing. Where is it? I think I lost it. All right, so let me go back here. Oh no, my computer's gonna freeze. No, it didn't. Yay. So if I go to the table of contents, all right, stop it. All right, let's see. So I like the little thingy on the side. Okay, there, that's better. So yesterday I talked about creating your mass movement, and one of the comments that I got is, what if I don't want to create a mass movement? This also applies if you just want to find your voice, the way, what is it that you want to sell to people, a product or service, and is it whatever, you know, it's not just because you want to create this huge following. It's a business concept that you can do these things to grow or even start your own journey. All right, it's not for people that want to become politicians and things like that, or this applies to you, I promise, okay? So yesterday I talked about creating your mass movement, just the beginning, just a quick overview. And to create a mass movement, you need three things. Where is it? Right there. So you need, I hope you can see, let me make this bigger. You need the charismatic leader, or the attractive character. Russell Brunson also talks about this in his first book. Where is it? And yes, it's okay if you cannot see me at the moment. Let me show you. Where is the Anderson? There you go. So the first book, .com Secrets, where he talks about all the funnels and the magic behind funnels and things like that. That's the first book, and then the second one we have right here, Expert Secrets. Okay, let me go back to that. So he talks about attractive character in .com Secrets as well. And so let's go back here. So creating a mass movement, charismatic leader, and the attractive character. All right. And so we know, sorry, someone is calling me or texting. Okay, we good. So we need these three things to create a mass movement, okay? According to the table of contents here, those are the three things: the charismatic leader, the cause, the new opportunity, and then, which is part of the creating mass movement, is the opportunity switch, which we're also going to discuss. So today I wanted to talk about the charismatic leader and the attractive character. All right, so that's in page 5. It's kind of weird because the book, it should be around here. So he talks about how every great movement has a leader, or every great business, like I discussed yesterday about Steve Jobs and things like that. And so I really like how he talks about this, okay? And so pretty much, you can read the whole story, get a copy of the book, but pretty much what he's referring to this here is that we want to do something, we want to learn something, so we immerse ourselves, like we study, we read, we watch videos, and keep watching videos, and then we start implementing everything. And I want to say that implementation, taking action, is more important than learning a bunch of stuff over and over again. Okay, and you get to a point where you actually feel you know all this, so you just learning and hearing the same thing in a different way, a different angle. All right. And then he talks about you go from growth, from learning these things to implementing, getting results for yourself, or getting excited. You geek out on some of this stuff, and then you become the expert because you know more than a lot of people. And the only thing you can do once you become the expert and you are so good at this and you know how to pass that knowledge to someone else, or your product's so great that you want to pass to someone, and pretty much want them to have the same experience that you did, it's to contribute, right? You want to teach people how to do the same, how to accomplish the same thing. And that's what Russell Brunson, he talks in about the charismatic leader, right? So, and then let's move here. I like to just look at so he talks about how you don't need to be certified or get the degree here, or things like that. This is what I wanted to mention. There is a book and a movie called Catch Me If You Can, and the movie is Leonardo DiCaprio, and he plays a doctor and a lawyer, and a bunch of other stuff. But it doesn't talk about it in the book, but in the movie, I mean. But when he was teaching sociology at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. Okay, and what happened was that, something happened here. What happened was that they asked him, how did you manage to teach that class, that college level class in sociology? And I think he was like 16, 17. He's like, all I had to do was read one chapter ahead of everyone else, ahead of the students. So to become the charismatic leader, you first have to decide not who you want to be, but who you want to serve, who you want to work with, and identify what they're looking for and what you have to offer them. Okay? And then you have to, inside of these three markets, which are the main markets for anything, you have wealth, health, and relationships. And you have to find your blue ocean. In other words, you have to find a sub segment of this market. So, for example, here in relationships, you have dating advice. And then inside of dating advice, you could say dating advice for 16 to 18-year-olds or something like that. Or marriage advice would be, another segment of this relationship market. So what he talks about blue ocean is that you create, or you're one of the first in this market, okay? Or you present it differently. So to become the charismatic leader, you have to figure that out. Otherwise, you're going to be competing in the red ocean, which is full of sharks and people that have a lot more money to spend with advertising, or they just have been established, for a longer period of time. And unless you have a lot of time, money to swim with the sharks, you should go and find a segment of this big market here, and then another segment, and then at least the third level down, third or fourth level down. That's where you want to be. Okay, so you have relationship, then marriage, and then something under marriage advice would be Christian newlyweds marriage counseling, or whatever, or how to be how to build a happy Christian marriage, or how to build a happy Muslim marriage. I hope this is making sense, right? And then you create your your marriage advice, counseling, or information product where you serve these people. Okay, but it's a segment. You're talking to a very specific audience, a very specific group of people. Okay, and so anyways, that's what he's discussing here again. So let's move on. And then that's the same thing, more example of that, and some questions you can ask yourself on how to figure this out. The vocabulary, you learn what to talk about. I want to find how you can become the charismatic leader. Okay, so I think, okay, who do you need to become as a leader? Okay, so rule number 1, become an attractive character and live the life your audience wishes they could live. And then, so anyways, people, you have to have what people are offering. So if you say you're gonna offer dating advice for a married Muslim 25-year-olds and to 30-year-olds, right? You have to be in that demographic, or at least you have to be through that, okay? You have to have married when you were 25, and even though you can't give dating advice, marriage advice, if you're not a Muslim or if you're not a Christian, it's going to be a lot more impactful if you are and if your audience can identify with you. Okay, so that's rule number 1. And then rule number 2 is maintain absolute certainty. Okay, it's not just about self-confidence, but you need to be sure about what you're saying. You can't just be like, oh, I think, yeah, I want you to pay me $100 for this. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's okay if you can't do it. So that's rule number 2. Be certain. Okay. Rule number 3 is don't be boring. And in this section here, he talks about the prolific index. And it goes back to the main markets and sub markets, and you want to go 3 levels down. And you want to find something that is not so mainstream, but not in the crazy zone. So he calls it the prolific zone or prolific. And this is where the money is. This is where you want to be. So your idea is not too crazy that people are going to be like, what? And I think he mentions something he saw on TV that you could stare at the moon or stare at the sun or something like that to lose weight. And that's crazy, right? I don't know. Maybe someone out there believes that. But then you find something in the prolific zone that is not so mainstream. Mainstream would be like, well, to lose weight, you need to cut your calories to 1,500 calories a day, just as an example, right? And exercise at least 30 minutes every day for 5 days. And then the prolific zone is to lose weight. Forget about the old diets. You need to do intermittent fast, okay? Which, it's a new thing. It's a new mechanism. And your idea should be there, right? So your niche should be in there. And that's where you want to go with in rule number 3. Otherwise, you're going to be boring, okay? And he talks about the prolific zone again. Polarity, neutral, and then crazy, okay? The polarity is where the money is. And when he says polarity is you need to take a stand on something, be certain about it, and don't go neutral or with the mainstream, with what's already accepted. But you need to stomp your feet and say, this is what we want you to accomplish, and this is how you're going to do it. Okay? This is really great stuff. Rule number 4, understand how to use persuasion. This is, super important. And okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys, and I'll probably end with this so we don't get, we've been talking about this already for 13 minutes or so. I've been live for 13 minutes. Maybe we haven't been talking about it for that long. Did I freeze? No, all good. Okay, so to persuade people and to get them to move with you, okay, you have to do one of those things here when you talk to them. Justify failures, allay their fears, throw rock at enemies, confirm suspicions, and encourage their dreams. All right. In order for you to become the charismatic leader, you have to say, I believe in you. I believe that if you do this, you're going to lose weight, right? I believe if you do intermittent fast, you're going to have the body that you always wanted. Justify failures would be something like, it's not your fault. All these diets, they are mainstream, they're so difficult, and man, they're over 25. The metabolism starts going down, blah, blah, blah. So, so justify the failures and kind of give them, make them feel better. And allay their fears and like, I'm afraid I'm going to fail again. And then you give them assurance. You hold their hand and you say, this is what we're going to do to make sure that you succeed. All right? We're going to give you the what you're supposed to eat every day. You don't have to go shopping and spend a lot of money buying extra stuff. That's just the stuff you have at home. But we're going to help you with this. This is how you're going to keep track of your schedule with intermittent fast and things like that. Confirm suspicions. it would be something like that. Yeah, the fast food industry, they add stuff to make you crave for more, and they add sugar to everything. And yeah, you're correct. You thought that this was the reason why you wanted to eat all the time. You're right. Okay. And then you throw rock at enemies, perhaps a company that they had an experience or a supplement to lose weight, and they say, well, I was using supplement ABC, and they said that in 90 days I was going to lose this many pounds. They put these nice commercials on TV of people working out, but they are so fit, and they say they lost 30 pounds, 40 pounds, and I tried the same thing, it didn't work for me. And you say, yeah, it's unfair and it's correct, and you're right. They do that on purpose so people can desire to be like them, and something like that. I hope I'm making sense. And the book goes in more details about each one of these steps, and I think that's it as far as the charismatic leader. Let's see that I want to talk about. Okay. Throw a rock at their enemies. I mean, that goes without saying, right? It's an us versus them type of thing. Because you have to find a common enemy if you want to become the charismatic leader. So rule number 5 of becoming the attractive character is care a lot. Okay, is if you want people to pay you for your services and your products, you have to care. You have to provide value. You have to not just go for the money, but you really truly need to care that people get results. Okay, and that's rule number 5. And rule number 6: offer them value from their perceived relationship with you. And I really like this because most of the time we think that what we want is what's valuable to someone else, but the more we learn, the more we know about what other people really want and what they perceive as value, that's what we should give them. Okay, and most people won't give a crap to what we think is the most important, but they will relate with us when we have a similar journey, and we give them what they want as value. Okay, we may think that what they want is a new supplement that tastes better than the other one, but they just want the result. They just want, yeah, man, I need to lose 50 pounds because I have some health problems now. It's challenging to be so heavy. And anyways, so give people what they want, and that means you care. All right, and super cool. All right, so I think that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the second aspect, the second secret of creating a mass movement, which is the cause, or your culture. Okay, the future-based cause that you need to establish with your mass movement or with the people you want to serve. All right, and let me see if I can go back to myself here. Yep, that's me. I'm super excited, and go ahead and like my page, follow me, check it out. I'll be back tomorrow. That's the plan, and I'll talk about the cause, and I'm really excited for this book. So go ahead and click the link in the comments, in the description, somewhere around here, and you will not regret. Okay, if there is something that you should read, it's this book. All right, and some people ask, which book should I start with? I would recommend, so you understand a little bit better. I think this is more foundational. It's not that this is beginner's level, but this is foundational to understand how to do all these things, how to use the marketing online and digital strategies to build your company, to start information business, or to leverage the information business to grow the company you already have, whatever type of business you do have. Okay, so this is it that I have for right now. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.